Well, hi at 12:36 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on technically the 20th of June, but it is a special occasion because 3 years ago yesterday, and hard to believe it's already been three
Wow.
years,
Wow.
and now this is the 95th episode. Yeah, 95. We've done 95 of these in a 3 year span.
Wow.
But this is the 3 year anniversary of the Mizzle and Dove show. And as I've always said, I cannot take credit for this.
Stop it.
No,
Stop.
no, no. We always pride ourselves on telling the truth and being factual.
That was a general idea by both of us.
But you put it into fruition. So I always say the Pepper Potts quote from the first Avengers. I'm having 12% of the moment, as he as he would say in the first Avengers. But no, 94 freaking episodes. That's just insane.
I'm,
90,
I'm
94.
I'm more shocked that there's 46 people that actually like to sit here and watch us.
Yeah, but we appreciate our
Always do.
46
Always do.
subscribers, and we appreciate also, in addition to that, we appreciate our 56 followers on our Instagram page. So
Yes.
we are greatly
Yes.
appreciative that you find us entertaining, us going back and forth, as we always like to say, release our passion
Oh yeah.
um,
Oh yes.
on the show. So there's really not a subject we're going to talk about. We're just probably just going to be reflective and just be appreciative because you guys were like, finally, you're doing something. And like I said, for those that watch this, if it helps you get through your work shift or helps you get through your day when you're bored or you're cleaning the house, it is greatly appreciative. And we say thank you. And also, I don't know if he's going to come on the show, but he has been invited. But also,
Happy birthday, Big B. Well, it's over per se. It was yesterday, but it doesn't
but
matter.
on the same anniversary of the show is also a very special birthday for a very special friend of ours who we have known the same amount of years that Mizzle and I have known each other. 27 years. And oddly enough, born on the 27th day. But Mr. Sullivan, welcome to the 40/40 Club.
Yes, sir.
We know he is up and he is drunk off his ass.
As he
And
should, because I was on my 40th.
yeah, all the Michelob Ultra and tequila you can withstand. And watching his other basketball team win in Sacramento.
Yes.
And getting free cookies from the rafters.
Yes. Yes.
But
who would think that it just started off as just a thought, though, just something that we just wanted to put together, just shoot the shit, the little hobby. But who know that it would turn into something that's almost 100 episodes, 3 years.
yeah.
And do apologize. The super dope beat maker is trying to be perfectionist with the beat to give us so we can do the new intro for the show for the
just like Andre Young.
Oh yeah, well he does have a piece of his name.
Yeah, that he does. That he does.
But yeah, with him, just for us to take off and for my son, your nephew, to even incorporate and help us out with this. A lot of stuff that is done on here is through him. It's not just me and Dub. It's him. This is something that he wants to do. So to give him the opportunity to work on his craft. So by the time he gets to where he wants to be, hopefully that, we have given him some help. So, I mean, not only did we talk sports though, we had a Roe versus Wade show on here that ballooned. One of our top shows, and as we might have talked about it before, but that was a true show for me because how I feel about women. I respect them to the highest. Honestly, we're not shit without women. You can.
Tupac Amaru Shakur said it best: "Got our name from a woman, and our name from a woman, and our game from a woman." So
salute to that, straight up.
I think still to this day it is our highest viewed episode, and
yes, that's number one, and our pilot show is number two.
Yes, 313 views of the Wade versus Roe episode, which again, our thanks to my friend Kaya Keller for coming on and
Oh
not
man,
only telling that story, also telling her story, which is
it
freaking
still
amazing.
it still gives me goosebumps, bro. You just said her name,
Yeah,
and it still gives
yeah,
that show was touching. That
yeah.
one that's gonna
It
be.
was
I mean, I know we had a few other shows that were special with our vibe and stuff like that, but that show was gonna always be special. Just to hear her, like I said, to hear her story and what
yeah.
she went through, and to come out of it and still be above and not letting that affect her. Man, that's her. If you haven't seen our Roe versus Wade episode, just chime in and just listen to her story because it's tremendous, tremendous.
Very, very tremendous. We've had other guests on the show. Of course, our good friend Steve Dugan has been on many a times. Of course, Brian has been on many a times. Um, was fortunate to have Shaggy and Mr. Gaglione, Tony, come on along with Steve and,
Fuck that Chiefs fan. Love you.
Brian. But he makes up for it by being a Warriors and Giants fan. So
Yes. Yes.
kudos to Shaggy. And well, speaking of the Giants, 13 wins in their last 15 games, including a shutout last night of a very good and dangerous Toronto Blue Jays lineup. Alex Wood was outstanding pitching wise,
Well,
and Tyro Estrada,
the whole pitching staff, because it was a bullpen game, so everybody was outstanding.
Tyro Estrada had two big hits, including the big 2-run double in the ninth to give the Giants some insurance. And Patrick Bailey again, and again these kids coming up, the Casey Schmitz and the Patrick Baileys and the Luis Matos.
It's almost make me
And
forget about Posey, man. I will never forget about Posey. I will
well, I
never
mean,
forget about Posey. Don't ever think
Gerald.
about
Well,
that.
let's just put out there right now. Gerald Dempsey Posey III is the greatest catcher in the Giants franchise history, and that's spanning New York and San Francisco. Let's just
Preach,
put it out there right now.
preach.
Okay.
They better put a fucking
He,
statue
he
on
will
13.
he will be receiving a plaque in 2026
Fuck a plaque.
in Cooperstown, New York.
Okay.
I'm talking about that plaque.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
He's already going to get a plaque on the Giants Hall of Fame. We already know this.
yes, but we need a statue.
Okay.
We need a statue.
Eventually, that's going to come, and he should be the next number retired by the organization.
Nobody should ever wear 28 in that organization. 28, 25, and 24 should not be worn in that organization at all. Hell, I can even go as far as number 9 shouldn't be worn in that organization. And I ain't even talking about Brandon Belt, number 9.
I don't.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know, Mr. Matt Williams. You ain't got to.
Yes.
You ain't got to tell me. You don't have to tell me.
And wait, nobody wears 22, right? 22 is done. Matter of fact, the ceremony they retired it. The ceremony, right?
Clark yes, 22 got retired. Yes, absolutely.
Nobody better not wear the 3. You that.
You need to retire 55.
Oh,
you need to.
What was Kane's number?
18.
That needs to be retired too.
Definitely need to retire number 40.
Indeed. Matter of fact, he needs to just sign a 1-day contract, come out there and throw a ceremonial pitch, and just retire a Giant. Boom, boom.
I mean, the man literally gave his entire left arm in 2014. That's all I got to say.
The man looked at Booch Boshi and said, "Don't bring nobody the fuck out. I'm finishing this. You pulled me out the bullpen for a reason.
Give me the ball.
It's on my shoulders." Ladies and gentlemen, this show is just a reflection show. We're not going to pick any kind of topics. Me and my brother are probably going to ramble for a few minutes before he has to take his nap before work in the morning. So this is just an honorary show that, three freaking years.
3 years. It's insane. But the Giants do get the win, and they are still in distance. They're still 2.5 games out. As the Diamondbacks beat the best team in baseball, or the best record in baseball, they beat the Rays by a score 8-5. Yeah, beat them by a score of 8-5. Just to go the rundown of today's games, the Reds beat the Orioles 3-1. The Orioles quietly are putting a fantastic year together. They're 4 games back of the Rays, despite the fact the Rays have 54 wins, the most wins in baseball. And the Pirates beat the Padres, and obviously, thank you, Pittsburgh. But it's just amazing how the Padres, who have a fantastic roster, and have a very damn good manager in Bob Melvin, but just for whatever reason, the talent it just not coming together for whatever reason, and that's rare because you look at this team, it's very talented.
Well, it's just the Padres. Period. The Padres have
Yeah,
all, and it doesn't matter who their manager is. They can have all the talent in the world, and they still don't find a way to put it together. And Bob Melvin had the same thing in Oakland, and so do you say? So here's my question I have for you. I mean,
okay.
Is it the organization? Because I'm not going to say the players because they have the players in place. Is it the organization or is it the coaches? It has to be something.
It has to be it has to be something, and it has to start somewhere because, like I said, you have Manny Machado, perennial Gold Glove, one of the best defending third basemen in today's game. He's a perennial All-Star, perennial MVP type talent.
Yes.
Fernando Tatis, who just seamlessly made the move to go from shortstop to play right field, is a fantastic player. Can get
Juan
hot.
Soto.
Get the best one. Juan Soto, who's won a batting title, who's won a World Series,
who's one of the best. Fucking young, by the way.
Yes, who was one of the best two-strike hitters in today's game. He is comfortable. He gets comfortable when he gets to two strikes, and has power to all fields. Yes. I mean, he hit last series against the Giants. He had 2 freaking home runs out to left field.
It made it look easy.
Yeah, and we all know the big phone booth is not the easiest place to hit the ball.
No, it's pitcher friendly. Pitcher friendly.
And he did that with ease.
Yes.
I mean, you have Trent Grisham who can get the ball with the best of them in center field.
And he took a couple of hits away from a few Giant players.
Yeah, he can do it. So I mean, there's talent up and down this roster. It's just I don't know if it's. I thought the Padres stealing Bob Melvin from the A's might finally put them over the top.
I agree. Because we both said it. I mean, previous show, we both, when that hire happened, we both were like, well, hell, the freaking West just got real tough because Bob Melvin's one hell of a coach. I mean, look what he did with the A's. I mean, he had nothing. He had
nothing.
And they were winning.
Yes.
So
multiple trips to the playoffs.
Yes.
Won the AL West a couple of times.
And they will take the talent away from him. Oh, wait, that's too much. That's too much talent for you, Bob. That's too much. We're gonna give you shit.
We're gonna
give you the farm system.
We're gonna start over again.
Yeah.
But
every year.
And I mean, this was a team last year which they beat the Dodgers. Thank you very much. That made my October. They got to the NLCS, but unfortunately they ran into a very hot hitter in the name of Bryce Harper, who's only a 2-time MVP in the National League.
Oh.
And I mean, that home run he hit in Game 5 opposite field, Philadelphia went apeshit crazy, and the Phillies went to the World Series.
Did they get back?
I think the Phillies can get back. San Diego, I don't know, because it's tough. Because I mean, first off, let me just go here. Raise your hand if you have the Florida Marlins being a contender this year, because I damn sure did not. and they go into Fenway Park and they thwack the Red Sox 10-1.
Who hasn't been? The Red Sox have been the same.
That's true too. But the very excited and talented Jazz Chisholm came back off the injured list. And oh, by the way, he only went 3 for 4 and had 3 runs batted in. But I think for me, the story for me is Luis Ariz, who, if you didn't know, won the batting title in the American League last year with the Twins, came over to the Marlins. He's only hitting .399.
Oh, so he didn't lose a beat. Oh.
He's a .328 lifetime hitter.
Wait, so you mean to tell me he's knocking at 400?
He's been either above 400 or at 400 most of the year. I'll say it like
ridiculous, bro.
I'll say it like this. Right now, through 74 games that he's played, he already has 113 hits.
We're almost to the All-Star game.
All-Star break is in 2 weeks. Yes,
Because you said he's at 74 games. So with 74
he's
games,
played.
we're
He's
we're damn near close to the
well the
All-Star
80.
break.
Well, yeah, but I think we're already past the 81 game mark. I think, but he's played in 74 games. He
Oh,
already has under.
okay. His
He's played. Yeah,
okay,
he's played 70.
okay. I
He's
thought that's
played in
where we're at.
74 games. Yeah, no, he's played. Well, actually, with delays and whatnot. For example, the Giants are 45 and 34. So I don't think they've had a.
Excuse me. Did you say 45 and 34? They
Yes, they
are
are
12
11
games
games.
above
They are.
500.
Yes, yes. And in the thick of the NL West playoff race, in the thick of the wild
Brother,
card race.
you know the month of June, normally me and you don't talk baseball because the Giants are stinking up the joint, playing like shit. Since Dave Kapler then took over, and even a few Bruce Bochy years, the Giants have been having tremendous June. So should I be worried about the month that's coming up next? Because no, because last year they played good in July. So I think our curse is kind of broken a little bit.
Well, here's the thing. Now, what derailed them last season, even though they still rallied to finish exactly 81 and 81, was the fact that the injuries really hurt them last season.
Which is kind of hitting us right now. But the
It's
good thing is that we got the kids up though. We got kids.
but it's the farm system that's finally paying dividends. It's paying off with Matos. It's paying off with Bailey. It's paying off with Casey Schmidt.
But that's the thing that we did agree about when Farhan got hired. We knew the farm system was going to be okay. We knew the future was bright. I was more worried about the free agents that he was going to bring in. And it was going to be a ton of fucking Dodgers. I didn't want that. So we knew the dividends were going to pay off with the farm system, and you can clearly see it right now. I mean, I'm going to have to
and not to mention, Kyle Harrison is eventually on the way up, and if you put him with Logan Webb for the next few years, that can be a very dynamic 1-2 punch, almost kind of how you had it with Kane, Bumgarner, and Lincecum in the early 2010s.
Well, dude, we had it so good. We had
which led to 3 trophies. But
wait, full season trophies. Not like that bullshit organization that call themselves LA Dodgers, who they're celebrating the championship and then play a full fucking season. But go ahead, continue, brother.
They didn't even play half the season.
And you got the audacity to call yourself a champion?
Well, I mean, hey, I know what the record books will say. I know that they will honor that. But
Giants win that trophy. What are we doing, bro? Are we buying T-shirts?
No.
Are we celebrating?
No.
That's a big fact.
I mean, we'll talk about it. We'll say, well,
of course, because that's what we do. We talk about sports. That's what we do.
But we're not going to claim it.
Fuck no.
We would give it. We would give it like we give the Lakers bubble 0.5 and a golf clap. To which, by the way, Wardell Steph Curry, man, it's a hole in one. I'm done.
The man just get buckets anywhere. I guarantee you, he probably damn near bowls a perfect game playing bowling. You know what I'm saying? He probably hits the balls on the cue, a little bit 8 ball. Wow, he probably knocks it one time. What can Steph Curry not do? Shit, hell, he makes babies. You know that. Yeah, hell, he can shoot 3 ball from anywhere in the damn court. Hell, he can hit the damn ball off the golf course anywhere. Shit, can we put this light bright on the ice ring and see what he can do? Hell, he'll probably get a hat trick in that shit. I'm so glad he's a Warrior.
I was going to say he would be the perfect person. I don't know who the other person would be, but of course I'm going somewhere. The legendary McDonald's commercial between Larry Bird and Michael Jordan, where Michael Jordan comes to the gym and Larry Bird's at the free throw line shooting free throws, and Larry asks what's in the bag, and Michael says Big Mac, Coke, fries, and Larry Bird's like, I'll play for it.
There's only one person that could do that. I mean, I'm gonna be a little biased here, and I don't give a damn what anybody says. If we're talking just a commercial, shooting wise, Clay. It can't be nobody but Clay. Who else? Who else? Who shoots 3? Who shoots as well as Steph Curry?
I'm not going to argue off the scoreboard, off the blimp.
Who in the game
I'm
of course between those two? I mean, Curry will probably shoot them out the door, shooting those half court shots, and probably shoot from way on the other end of the court. But who else would make that commercial even fun?
it would be a great commercial, almost like the Warriors with the Chris and Tim burger.
Oh.
Chris and Tim and Chris. Which, if you're Warrior fans, you know what I'm talking about, the Chris and Tim burger. But Marlins beat the Red Sox 10-1.
Ooh.
Going down.
I didn't show up to play baseball.
Mets beat the Brewers 7-2. Oh, the Mets won a damn game. You don't say.
Who?
The Braves. The Mets.
Who?
The Metropolitans.
Oh, the ones that took colors from the Giants and that bullshit team called the Dodgers to make a team.
Yes, the baby the Giants and Dodgers had.
And if I am not blowing smoke up my ass when I say that, it is true. The Mets colors came from the Giants and the Dodgers.
Absolutely correct. That is correct. The Braves continue to be the best record in the National League. They beat the Twins 6-2. Ronald Acuna
They're going
Jr.
to be a problem.
The Braves definitely have one of the best starting rotations in the league.
And Ronald is good though. From top to bottom. I mean, you got Acuna Jr. That's enough. I mean,
Ronald Acuna Jr. is definitely back from his ACL tear.
He's out.
He is fantastic, huh?
Oh, I thought you said he was out. You said
no. I'm saying he is all the way back from his injury.
Right. His swing is so ridiculous. It's. I'm not gonna say we know who has the best swing and the best eyes in baseball. He did wear 2.5 for the Giants, and he should be in the Hall of Fame. I would say the same thing if he was a Pittsburgh Pirate, playing the same way. How the hell you don't have the man that has the most MVPs, home run king? You don't put him in. Never mind. I'm sorry. I know this is the freelance show, but
Ronald Acuna only hit 2 more home runs today.
2? Only?
He only hit 2. Only 2.
Oh.
Only 2 that he hit.
So that means he didn't bring the big heavy lunch pail. He just brought the twofer. The twofer.
No, but here's something about the Braves. As we're almost at the end of June, this is the third time in the month the Braves have hit 5 home runs in the game as a team.
Third time in the month?
Third time in the month they've had a 5 home run game. The Atlanta Braves. Yes.
Bro, they're going to be a problem.
Hence why they are 52-27 and have the best record in the National League. Cardinals beat the Astros 4-2. The first place Texas Rangers, led by that guy named Bruce Bochy with the big ass head.
Are you shocked?
No, I'm not shocked. Maybe the only thing that is shocking me is that they're doing it without their prized possession in the offseason, Jacob deGrom, who's out for the season with Tommy John. That's about the only thing that shocks me. But other than that, Bruce Bochy is like Dusty Baker. He's going to get the best out of you, regardless, because that's just what he does. And of course, Bochy's been there just like Dusty.
He's going to get your team there. Just be prepared.
They beat the Tigers 8-3. Phillies beat the Cubs 5-1. The Guardians beat the Royals 2-1. Unfortunately, that team that plays in Southern California shut out the Rockies 5-0 in the Mile High City. And you already talked about it before we came on the air, but Shohei Ohtani is going to conduct a big, massive payday in this offseason. And by the way,
give him the fucking MVP right now.
By the way, he strikes out 10 and leaves the yard twice against the White Sox in a 4-2.
That's unfair. You know what? Him playing baseball over here is almost what Lucas said when he came to start playing over here. He said it was more harder to play the Europe than it is over here. Ohtani is just showing you. Bro, I ain't gonna say about Ohtani. It all started with Ichiro.
Yeah.
And Sui, Godzilla. Yeah. When Godzilla came over, and anybody know what Godzilla played with the Mets.
Yankees, not Mets.
I mean, excuse me. I don't know. I still got the Dodger giant in my head.
I know. But here's the thing.
Hideki Matsui.
Ichiro, former MVP. Matsui, I believe, was the Yankees World Series MVP the last time the Pinstripers won it back in 2009.
Wasn't Mario Herrera?
No, Rivera was not the MVP. He was not the MVP of the World Series. Matsui was, because Matsui had some big clutch hits for the
Oh,
Yankees
big hits. Oh,
in
I,
in
oh, I
in
know.
in,
I
two,
remember.
in 2009.
That's why they call him Godzilla. Just,
Indeed. Quietly as it's kept, Phil Nevin has the Angels playing some pretty damn good baseball for the first time
indeed,
in years,
indeed.
because we kept saying this franchise is just wasting the talent of Mike Trout
Oh,
and Shohei. But right now, the Angels are 7 games over 500. They're right in the thick of the wild card race.
who are they trailing?
I'm glad you asked. So, if we're thinking wild card, so right now, if the season was to end today in the National League, your wild card teams would be the Marlins, us, and that damn team that wears Dodger blue.
Fuck them.
So right now, the Giants are a half game up on the Dodgers in the wild card. So remember, for
Sleep
those that
City.
forgot, for those that forget, there is 3 wild card teams from each league. So you have your 3 division winners and your 3 wild card teams. So
Ooh, that's
I'm
exciting.
thinking if the season was today, I think the Giants would be playing Cincinnati, and I think the Marlins would be playing the Diamondbacks.
Nope. We're going packing.
Against the
Right now,
Reds?
I'm just saying right now because Cincinnati is hot.
Well, they finally were. They were well. They're finally human. They finally lost a game to the Braves.
Well, I understand that.
But I mean the Reds. The Reds are 7-3 in their last 10. The Giants are 8-2 in their last 10. So
It would
right
be a hell of
now,
a series though. But that'd
yeah,
be
it would.
right now.
Yes, it would.
Right.
But,
I'm just speaking on right now though. Because
yes.
we don't know
So,
what's going to happen later on. Injuries happen.
And plus, you got the trade deadline coming up on August the 1st.
Exactly. So
to which a lot of teams now are looking to buy and not necessarily sell, because again, those 3 wild card spots, anything can possibly happen.
Yeah.
So in the American League, obviously the leaders of the division, the Rays, the Rangers, and right now, for the time being, it's the Twins in the Central. Which the Central, you can say the NL Central and the AL Central in both leagues are kind of the weak link divisions so far in 2023 in the season.
They have been the stepchildren for a while.
So right now, if the season was to end today, the Orioles, the Yankees, and the Angels would be your 3 wildcard teams.
Really?
Correct. So the Orioles, I think, would play the Rangers. I think the Yankees.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, it definitely would be. So that is your up to minute wild card edition or wild card stats there. But I mean, you still got the Phillies that are 3 games behind the last spot. Milwaukee 3.5, the Cubs 6.5, and the Padres 7.5. In the American League, you got the Blue Jays are right there. They're a half game out. The Astros a game out. Boston, despite their struggles, and they've lost 3 in a row, they're 3.5 out, and the Guardians and the Mariners are 4.5 out. So I mean, as we know, anything could possibly happen.
Indeed.
So to finish the scoring for today in baseball, you have the White Sox that lost the Angels 4-2. The Nationals beat the Mariners 7-4. The Diamondbacks earlier, as we said, beat the Rays 8-4. And go figure the A's would beat the damn Yankees. Go figure that. Go figure. But you know what? Good
if
for
the
the
Giants
A's.
are in it, I am an A's fan. But anybody that beats the Yankees, fist pump. They get the Tiger Woods fist pump all day. Well,
Tiger Woods.
Make a football reference, but I'll say that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Football. So the frustrations that is the Josh Jacobs situation. How do you see this getting resolved? Do you see a resolution? Will he really hold out into the season? Because we know historically, when running backs have held out, it has not worked well. As Le'Veon Bell, because he was the last to do it. But what have you read? What have you seen? What are insiders that you follow are saying about the situation?
Well, the most trusted insiders that I follow, they're not saying too much, but it was one that came out a little bit a few minutes ago, he was saying there might be a good possibility that Josh Jacobs will hold out training camp and won't play week 1. But the thing that I got that I'm questioning, his tag is 10 point something for the year.
I think just about the same.
What are you asking for that's above the 10? That's what I want to know. Where do you see yours? I don't know what the highest paid running back is right now, or what the highest paid who has that right now, and what they're trying to figure out. But I believe me and you had this talk off air. I believe him and Saquon Barkley are waiting to see who signs first and who gets the deal, so they can negotiate that. Because I believe they're the only two. Has Tony Pollard signed his? I don't think Pollard signed his deal yet either. So it's 3 players right now that's on the tag that ain't signed. But
not to mention, there's Austin Eckler with his situation with the Chargers in Inglewood.
Well, he's
on the franchise tag.
Well, he signed his. Well, no, yeah, because they gave him a heavy incentive contract. They basically front loaded him some cash to make him a little happy or whatever. But yeah, because remember he requested a trade. So I guess they fixed that. But
okay, so right now, to answer your question, right now the highest paid running back is actually Christian McCaffrey.
And what is he getting?
Right now it's $16 million. That's his average year's salary. Then it's now we'll just go top 10. So it's McCaffrey, then Alvin Kamara at 15, Derrick Henry, former rushing champion, at 12.5, Nick Chubb at 12 million, Joe Mixon at 12, Aaron Jones at 11.5, and then you got the tag guys and Tony Pollard, Jacobs, and Saquon, all with the same exact amount, $10.091 million.
So my question is, number one, not a question. What I'm saying is, number one, Josh Jacobs, he ain't Christian McCaffrey. So we're not, you're not gonna, if you're thinking that yes, you were you led the league in rushing the year before, but honestly, I don't think you can do what Christian McCaffrey can do. That's number one. So if you think you're gonna get up there for the 16, I don't know. I figure he maybe can ask for 13, between the 13, 14, maybe 15 range. That might be good. And that's three above your tag price. So what is it? Is it the years? Is it the what's going on? And you know one thing about my organization. Well, when Al ran the organization, you didn't hear shit. You didn't hear a goddamn thing. I said "got." I didn't say the G. I didn't say the D. You didn't hear nothing until it was slightly final. There might have been a rumor, but you didn't hear nothing. And this is how it's been ran right now. You don't really hear nothing going on. I mean, there's a lot of speculations.
There is
something that there has to be. I don't want to say give him what he's asking for, because he probably wants 17. He probably thinks he's 17. If Christian McCaffrey is at 16, it's 17. And they're not meeting in the middle. I'm a little nervous.
I can see why.
But you also got Dalvin Cook is still out there. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
We already know the running back position ain't valued as the quarterback, wide receiver, your offensive lineman, and then when you switch over to the defensive side of the ball, it's a position that can be replaced at any moment. But then again, you can pretty much replace any position. So why are we devaluing the running back position to where they are more abused than like the offensive line or a defensive lineman? So I don't get it. It's crazy. I just hope they get it done, because he's a big part of this offense. That could be a big part. he will be heavily needed to fall on because Jimmy Porno Garoppolo is the damn quarterback. So he needs a running back. I don't think Zeus is ready yet. Zeus needs about another year under the system, and I think he'll be ready. I mean, he did alter his body, but ain't no veteran out there, man. And who's the veteran? Can't think of his name right now. Damn it.
Amir Abdul?
Did you say Amir Abdullah?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's about. He's not ready to take on the full-fledged position. He's only third down.
Yeah.
Or certain situations.
Yeah. So we have another spring football championship.
Is the USFL there yet? The USFL is there now?
Yeah.
Wow.
This upcoming Saturday on NBC at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. It is the Birmingham Stallions going to go back-to-back as they take on the Pittsburgh Maulers.
Well, but guess what, brother?
What's that?
All we got to do is make it through the month of July, and then August comes through, and that's where bullshit football starts.
Of course, the infamous quote given us by the number one greatest asshole of all time, Mr. David Ray Mason.
Our dad.
Who's also a watcher of the show, and we appreciate him watching. Hopefully he gets a chuckle. He gets a chuckle or two. Still trying to find a way to get him on the show one time, at least for 5 good minutes.
I don't think he'll make 5 minutes. I think he'll come on and say what he got to say, and that'll be it. And it won't be 5 minutes. Unless we're asking questions that will keep it going. But I think it'll be. I'm down for the challenge.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. If our dad gets on the show,
if
you ever see what's that show, Highly Questionable? Poppy?
Yeah. He's going to be he's going to be very intrigued. But first, he's going to get on and say F my team, as he always does. He's going to say that first.
Man, fuck the Niners.
Just like that. And then I'll be ready to go because now my season has been made because he said that. At any event, before we wrap it up on this reminiscent show, again, those that knows us knows that the motivation for the show came from one about the only few shows that we actually watch on ESPN, because ESPN's program now has just become shitty. Let's just call it what it is. But because of Uncle Tony Kornheiser and Uncle Wilbon, pardon the interruption, is our biggest motivation of the reason why we do this show, because we love watching Kornheiser and Wilbon. It's great entertainment. Yeah. I wish Kornheiser would come out of the attic and they would go back in the studio like the old times.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But, I mean, it's one of the main reasons why we do this show. And plus, like I said, y'all enjoy the back and forth that we do. Y'all like it when we release passion and we cuss out our own teams that we love so much, because that's just what we do. I mean, yes, we love our teams, but damn it, we get on them worse when they lose as opposed to when they win. But I mean, but I guess
harder on the Raiders when they win than when they lose.
Trust me, there'll be plenty of times where I'll hear him say "F this team" this year. I'm like, really? We're going to start this now?
Well, probably in the second quarter.
So we will see what happens on just September the 10th. If I'm getting a text when he's watching the Raiders in Mile High talking about fuck this team.
Well, no, because Derek Carr's not there no more. They pretty much handled the Denver Broncos the past.
Yeah, the Broncos. They have been the Broncos' daddy. True enough.
But it could be different.
All right, so let me ask you this question before we call it early morning. Now we kind of talked about this briefly, but again, I really don't know how to feel about a Deontay Wilder Gabe Ruiz fight. I don't know how to feel about that.
They better put that shit on PBC, Fox, ESPN. Plus, ain't nobody gonna pay for that shit. I'm not paying for it. Nobody want to see. Nobody want to see that. Who in boxing wants to see that? If anybody that follows this show that likes boxing that wants to see that, please explain to me why. You can hit me in my text. Hit us on the Mizzle and Dub show on Instagram and prove your point. Like, Mizzle, what the hell are you talking about? Give us that fight. Okay. I ain't trying to see that fight.
If that happens, if someone actually does that, then I really know something. I really do.
That means I'm not a real boxing fan like I think I am. Because there's more entertaining fights that are coming up, like the one that's coming up July 29th.
Which they finally gave us a press conference.
And then we're gonna, and it ain't even a press conference, but I know it's signed because it's real. We get Charlo versus Canelo. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Both of them can stand in the middle of that damn ring and throw punches at each other. And they got slightly good defense. It's gonna be good boxing. Okay.
Now those are two contrasting styles that are really gonna make this a good fight. And we will talk about that down the road as it gets closer. The plan is to possibly do a show that day of the fight between Spence and Crawford.
It can happen.
It can happen. We just might go live on the IG page during that bout. You never know. But I mean, I've been privileged to do a lot of stuff, but one of the joys is to do this 95th episode, and here's to the next 95. But to do it with this man.
You're on Fox. You're on Fox out in Vegas. You're on a network. Okay? I mean, you go ahead and finish. I'll say my piece. I'm sorry, but you're on TV, bro. Okay, you're there.
I've been fortunate, but still, one of the greatest joys is doing this with you. And even if I'm fortunate and blessed by God to get a network deal, I'm still not gonna just not do the show because, like I said, this mainly was Mizzle's idea to put into motion, and the pandemic happened. It's like, you know what, it's time, and we've been doing it ever since. So, you know, again, this is a joy because, you know,
I do live for this though. I do. This is like my piece because we get to talk about something that we're passionate about, and it's just not football. It's not basketball, baseball. You know, we sit here. Hell, we can sit here and talk NASCAR, IndyCar. We can sit here and talk about golf if we want to. I mean, we keep it to where we want to keep our audience because I know we can sit here and talk about any and everything. And that's what I do love about that. Even off air, we'll start talking about something. Or, hell, we can do rugby. Okay? If you want to put lacrosse in front of us, we'll study lacrosse and we'll talk the living shit out of lacrosse. Okay?
Volleyball. I know this college lacrosse is as
it's the greatest
as it can get.
The best no look passes in the game, and to get that small little net, I'm like, wow! Their hand-eye coordination is amazing.
It's hard not to. It's hard not to like it. It really is.
Yeah.
But as we say ta-ta for now, I sort of kind of gave my. Not a parting shot, but a reflective thought. What are your reflective thoughts before we get out of here?
Mine is just that I get to do something with my brother that's been talked about slightly, like you said, since we first laid our eyes on PTI, and just to sit here and do 3 years of it, and damn near coming close on 100 videos, and just to get the feedback, and for people to certain subscribers, I shouldn't say people, certain family members that text that they enjoy the show, and to get the output and stuff like that. Like this is awesome. This is my piece. I know I can play a video game or I can do other things like this, but I like this hobby right here, just to sit here and just shoot the shit. And not to say, like I said earlier, this is not just to do sports. We have the Roe versus Wade show. Anything that, like we always say, any topic you want to talk about, we will talk about it. This is just not a sports show. I get to sit here and do something.
Or if you want to come on the show and talk about why you're so passionate about this particular show, we will give you our platform to let you speak your piece. We will. And maybe you can help us, understand why this particular subject that you're talking about is so passionate to you.
Exactly. But no, just to sit here and do something with you, to do something with my brother, and it would be a lot better if he was sitting side by side with me instead of doing it split screen. But we gave you a few of those, and hopefully we'll give you more. But no, just to end it, no, just to sit here and do this with you, brother, and for you to be on board. I know with your busy schedule, and even to alter certain nights to where you should be sleeping right now because my schedule, and to do this, but just to put it together. I appreciate you for taking my vision and riding with it and make it where it is now. And wait, here's to another 3+ years. And as soon as we get that, we will give you, hopefully, if the timing is right, hopefully we'll have the beat and we'll give you guys something special for our 100. This is our 3-year, but our 100, I kind of want to pull out the stops for that one. Let's put the filler out on IG and Facebook, and let's try to if it can work out. I'll try to figure out to where we can do it. If I'm off, let's get some guests on. Let's have some people give us their thoughts and what we do for them, and let's open the platform for our guests and our subscribers.
Yes. Hey, I'm definitely down for that. Well, I've, as I always say, I live, to my core. I live by this quote, and of course, I'm going with Steve and Buggy. But as I've always said, I'm with you till the end of the line, and I always try to stand by that and live up to that. But not just with him, just with everybody that has come across and have crossed paths with me. That's just how I try to, live, because, unfortunately nowadays loyalty has become a lost art. So you try to show that does still exist. But again,
27 years, I consider that. Hey, yeah, you ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. And even when we do go somewhere, we'll meet again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
never cease to exist. But again, Mr. Sullivan, welcome to the 40/40 Club.
Indeed.
Hope you enjoy it. Again, to our subscribers, we thank you. To our followers on Instagram, we thank you. And thank you for just letting us do this reflective show and talk stuff and to new civilizations and to new horizons and to boldly go when no man's gone before. Don't know why I'm quoting Star Trek, but that just felt like the random thing to do and say.
And oh Lord, I got a 15-year-old in a couple of days.
God. Yeah. We are. Oh Lord, no.
He ends the month, bro.
I know. I know. I know.
And I will say this: he shares the same birthday with a heavyweight champion, Mike Tyson.
He's a toothpick. I like to go to the body and go to the head. And I broke my back.
And they both have that calm spirit, but they can be, but no, man, 15, bro, 15. Got a voice deeper than mine.
I just have to play this for old time's sake. Because it's just
AG1 gives you the daily nutrients that form
no,
the
not
foundation of your
this.
health routine. It's made
But
with the highest quality.
Mike, were you really sick this week? What was the problem?
I broke my back.
By that, you
My
broke
back is broken.
what? A vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
I had to just because.
You could at least let me finish my shot first, bro. Good old classic Mike, man. Good old classic Mike.
But really, I mean, you share a birthday with one of the great sinners of all time, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Mike
Great
Krukow,
announcer.
and Brandon Michael Crawford.
And one of the Giants announcers. Come on now.
I just said Krukow.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. I must have been talking.
I did say Krukow. There is one more person you share? There is somebody. There is somebody else that you share a birthday with. I just don't know
think
who.
of it is right now, but yes, we us cuss babies,
The WWF.
And of course,
However, the decision was actually made earlier in the week.
If you ever want to get this man to laugh, just play this right here.
As a camera crew deep in the heart of Texas. The hell are you guys want? And more importantly, how the hell did you find out where I was at? I'd like to get your comments on the suspension.
It don't matter.
Comment on my suspension. You don't look like Jim Ross unless you lost about 200 pounds. You don't look like this man. If they want some answers, they should have sent someone with some authority. Don't be snapping no pictures. I'll take your little lens and shove it. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got no reason to be here, man. You need to back up and head back to Stanford.
Good boy.
You ain't got no business being here. You're damn right. You better stop it. You got anything else to say? Because they don't read you should be here. They suspended me. They said I can't wrestle. Now they want to send someone down here on my time. And that's bull. My book. Do you agree with me? Well, it really don't matter.
Here comes his favorite part right here.
You need to do is pack your little carcass up and get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my time. They suspend me and then they send you down here. You're some private detective or something. That's bullshit. Let me tell you something. On second thought, why don't you just sit your little carcass down that table? I'll answer every
didn't
question
see
you
it though.
got.
It's how so quick he closed that door.
Yeah, I'll
And
sit
then
down.
he opened it. Oh my God. Woo. Yes.
Vance, I gotta
First time
tell
you
you.
put that on TV, brother.
Vance,
Oh
I
my-
gotta tell you, the first time on VHS, which I still have somewhere in one of these cupboards I got.
I believe it.
Very first time I played this. This nigga tried to run out of my house because he was in tears because of what Austin did in this segment.
Hell, you want. It was so quick how that door closed. And he opened up that door. I'm gonna sit here and tell you this. Before I know we said we're gonna end it, but I 110% know that wrestling is fake per se. It's a storyline. It's a soap opera. That's why I call it. I watch my weekly soap. But for them, they are the greatest actors in the world. I don't know why more of them are in the movies. Hogan did it. The Rock's now doing it. Stone Cold has done it. The Miz, I don't know. The Miz had many Marine movies. I don't know how he got that. Even the fucking person I hate the most in wrestling, I like him as an actor than a wrestler. John fucking Cena. Okay. He started the Marine, and that was great. Peacemaker is amazing.
And he's now he's a fucking Toretto. Go figure. He's a fucking Toretto. What the hell?
They don't even look like they can be brothers. The hell?
But that's why movies are movies.
No. This is why I can't see this. This is why we do this. Because here's number one thing. I can't be a general manager because it'll make sense for me to make the moves for my team, for my organization. Two, my brain can't write a movie that will last 2 hours. My shit will be over in 30 minutes. Start, middle, you get the plot, ending. Boom. Can't fabricate shit. That's when I sit here and watch TV. I'd be like, well, really? Whatever.
He really does, folks.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that really catches his interest. That's one of them. that would be one of them. Of course, Man on Fire when he goes ape shit crazy when he goes to find Peter. That
I wish
you had
more time.
more time shoving a bomb up somebody's rectum. C4 to be exact.
That's my move. Matter of fact, nope. I got Gotham Knights and Superman and Lois to watch. I was gonna say I will put that on right now because it's in my list on Max right now. Yes, indeed. That movie ain't going nowhere. I can.
Oh no.
That's my go-to when I'm like, you know what? What I feel like watching? Oh, Denzel Washington go ape shit. Yeah, there we go. That's one of them.
Or the Batman.
Which one?
Patterson.
Yeah. See, that's in my list, and I got the DVD. That was good. I'm looking forward. And if it's Clayface, interesting. Because Clayface has not been introduced in no movie. It's all been anime. So and guess what? I have the ultimate confidence in the director, Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves.
I'm just gonna say, just watch the Caesar movies, and I'll leave it at that. Just watch the first two.
Okay, for those that don't know what he means when he says Caesar, he's talking about the Planet of the Apes franchise.
Excuse me. Yes. Only the.
But for those that know, as we say, Caesar.
So I believe if he's going to introduce Clayface, that will be a nice fresh take because he has not been introduced in any Batmans, none. It's always been Joker, Riddler, Poison Ivy, Penguin,
Two-Face, or Bane.
Yeah, well, yeah. Because it's always been about the Falcones. That's what everything else has been basically on. So if Matt Reeves wants to introduce Clayface, who am I to sit here and say no?
I mean, hell, if you want to introduce Hush in a movie, I'm down with that too.
Brother, now you're talking. now you're getting into my favorite DC character. Now we're talking about when Batman had to get busy.
Because since I know we keep saying we're up against it, but I'm just going to rant.
I told you, this. We get vibing, this shit happens.
I'm just going to say like this. Since you, DC, and particularly you, Mr. James Gunn, since you want to keep messing with my emotions and not give us the Batman movie that we really want, which is Ben against Slade, since you don't want to give us that, dadgummit, but instead you
give
want
it to Netflix. Just give it to Netflix. I will be happy. And if Netflix is smart, they will try to negotiate that. Do you know their subscription rate will go high? Look what happened when Zack Snyder announced that his Justice League was going to HBO Max. Their subscriptions went from here to. That's the reason why I got it. The only reason why I got it was because I knew
to watch that movie. Yes.
But then they gave me because then Titans came over and I was like, ooh, now you really sold me because I had the WB. Yeah. You had to have the WB something for the Titans. I was like, well, I'm gonna get that because I want to watch Titans. But when they combined, just put Netflix.
One of the smart things that WB Discovery did because they ain't that much decision. Their decision making has been okay.
Atrocious.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna shut up. Okay. And warning. Now he's already known this because we talked about it. Okay, but if you have seen The Flash, I'm just going to say this particular ending was ass.
I don't want to spoil it I ain't seen it yet because I'm going Saturday. Because that's for my baby boy. That's what he wants to go do. That's what we're doing. So
But
I know the
knowing-
ending, and fuck them. For what I knew that what they could have done, fuck them. And you mean they begged Christian Bale to come back and do it. And Christian Bale told them, if it ain't Christopher Nolan, fuck off.
And he meant that.
What did Ben Affleck say? And the guy that Michael Shannon that played Zod, what they both say? If
I need Zach's
Snyder
blessing.
wasn't on board with us doing this,
Because General,
Ben Affleck said he will never direct for James Gunn. Hence the reason why we won't get the solo movie that we well deserve. Man, just sell this shit to Netflix. Just give us what we want.
or like I
Infinity
said,
still needs to be done.
like I said, James Gunn, you can have your DC verse. Let Snyder finish his vision.
And don't nobody know besides if you watched House of Cards, who your Superman and Lois Lane is about to be in your movie. I don't even know who the dude is that's playing Superman, but I know the chick because I watched House of Cards, so I know who she is. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for it.
I just hope Blue Beetle's entertaining. That's all I can
Well,
hope for.
Blue Beetle was supposed to be what's kickstarting their
or the James Gunn verse.
and I like the guy that's playing Blue Beetle because
Yes.
of Cobra Kai.
Yes.
And anything that got George Lopez in it, that's pretty much going to sell me in a way because he's a funny motherfucker.
Yes. Yes, he is. So yeah. So okay. We're gonna get off because, like I said, we could go the rest of the freaking morning, but I do gotta go take a nap because bills do have to be paid with the 9 to 5 job. But again, our sincere thanks to you guys for watching this. We hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane. We were trying to get a guest, but it didn't happen. Yes, we do this for y'all because, like I said, y'all find it entertaining. It helps your day, whatever you're going through, and we appreciate that, and we say God bless you for it, and we love you for it. So again, hit the YouTube page, hit the Instagram page. Eventually, we will go back live on Instagram to shoot the shit with our followers, and they can come on board and say their
I
piece.
have to find a way to upload those to our YouTube page as well. I'll figure that out. I think,
But
yeah,
we thank you all, and of course, as you know, football season, you get multiple shows out of us. So it is slowly around the corner. Training camp is around the corner, and it is getting that closer
are
to
we
the
gonna
most wonderful time of the year.
Are we gonna do bullshit football shows?
We could,
I'm
because
down.
because we do like to watch. We do like to watch like we're scouts and coaches, not just of our teams, but all the other teams, and be like, you know what?
I look for the ones that are fighting for spots. I'm not looking for
Yes.
I don't watch it to just to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's football and somebody hitting somebody. That is my quote. What I say every time it comes around. But I'm looking for who's trying to make the team. Who I can be like, okay, where do you fit on this team? And how
whose practice squad might steal you to put you on their practice squad.
And plus, they're
That's
they're showing off for other teams as well because you already know who your starters is. You already know who your 22 is.
Yeah,
you
know who your 22 is. You mostly know who your 43 is. I'm sorry, your 46.
Yes,
but I do like the fact that they will have an emergency quarterback just for the situation that happened with my football team. But
yeah, that's the reason why they got to implement it. We know that.
they still lost the game. But I'm just saying, they literally had no flipping quarterback to play the fucking game.
No,
but
when Christian McCaffrey is your quarterback, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a
huge
problem.
And I understand it. So that I was just poking fun. You know what I mean?
I know.
Just my sidebar shit talk.
But again, we thank you for watching this 3-year anniversary edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show, where we just randomly talked about stuff whatever we wanted to talk about. But thank you to our subscribers, thank you to our viewers, thank you to our followers. He is the Mandalorian, and I am the Silver State with wings. We say thank you for watching. And as always, it is 12 o'clock. Some damn where. And we're getting close to that 100th episode. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do something special for that one. Got to.